Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. And we got game two of this two-game series between the Phillies and the Marlins. And leading off for the Philadelphia Phillies, playing center field is Dykstra, batting second, playing second, Utley, batting third, playing third, Smith, batting fourth, playing first base is Howard, batting fifth, playing left field is Lazinski, batting sixth, playing right field is Hayes, batting seventh, doing the catching is Dalton. Batting eighth, playing shortstop is Boa. Batting ninth, and on the mound is Chris Short. And for the hometown Florida Marlins, we got leading off playing second base is Gordon. Batting third, playing batting second, playing third is Prado. Batting third, playing shortstop is Ramirez. Batting fourth, playing center field is Stanton. Batting fifth, playing right field is Sheffield. Batting sixth, playing first base is Millar. Batting seventh, playing left field is Conine. Batting eighth, doing the catching is Johnson. And on the mound and batting ninth is Beckett. Let's get down here to the field and get this game started. And lead it off here for the Phillies. Batting 220 with no homers and an RBI is Lenny Dykstra. And on the mound, making his third appearance, is Josh Beckett for the Marlins. He's 0-2 with a lofty 7.36 ERA. And here's the pitch to Lenny. And that's going to be a base on balls right away. Beckett gets himself in a pickle here, walking the leadoff batter. So Dykstra's down at first. And nobody out. And Chase Utley's up. And they're going to do a little hit and run. Utley batting 256 with a homer and 6 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. So Dykstra's on his own here. Let's see. It'll be a -6, a 23. And that'll be a 45 or lower. He's safe. And he is barely safe. And they are jumping up and down. Ramirez swears he's out, but the ump says safe, and he ain't changing his mind. So you got a runner down at second now, and only nobody out. And Utley now with the 0-1 pitch due to him. Here's the pitch to Chase with a runner in scoring position. That's a fly ball out to center field. George makes the catch, and there's one out. Now you got the big boys coming up with a runner down at second. And Smith's batting .333 with 3 homers and 10 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Smith. And that's going to be a 39 catcher. And that'll be a rare play. So a 39 with a runner down at second. 44 and a 39. And that'll be out the right field. And Sheffield's out there, not a good outfielder. And a 51. That's a 7. And a 51. That'll be fielding column 3. And that's going to be a single in the right. Runner scores and batter to second on wild throw. So that's a single and the runner scores, and that's going to be an E9. So a single, E single, runner on second scores, and an E9. And now you still got a runner down at second. Oh, I didn't get the batter. We didn't get the batter over to second. That's right. So redo this. So redo and undo here. Got to get the batter down to second. So it's an RBI single. Single. let's see if Smith got the RBI. Let's check that. It should have been an RBI. Yep, Smith's got the RBI. Now he's down at second on air. Perfect. Perfect. So now you still got one out and a runner in scoring position. The Phillies up 1-0. And poor Josh Beckett can't buy a break. Now you got Howard up batting 176 with a homer and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be that's a hit by pitch. And Josh Beckett is coming unglued here, I think, early, folks. Now you got first and second, one out, and Howard up. Can he bust this game open here for the Phillies? Lazinski 167 with a homer and 6 RBIs. That's going to be against the righty, a 12. And that is going to be a single in the center field. And with Smith's speed, I think he's going to score with no throw. They're going to keep the runner down there at second. Yeah, they're not going to do that. They're going to keep Howard down at second. So that's going to be an RBI single. And still first and second. And one out. And Hayes is up. And Hayes is batting .222 with a homer and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball, 63 and a 2. And that's going to be fielding column 3. And that's going to be hit back to the mound. He throws down the second with Ramirez covering. Hayes gets the first easily. They won't even make a throw. Now you got first and third, 2 outs. Von Hayes down there at first, and Darren Dalton at the plate. And Dalton's batting .200 with no homers and 2 RBIs. And that ball is high. That ball is far. How far is this one going to go, folks? And this ball is out of here. Kiss it goodbye. Home run, Darren Dalton. And just like that, it is now a 5-0 ball game. Phillies busted this game open, folks. See how many of those are earned runs. That'll get the bullpen up in a hurry. I think they're all unearned runs. 2 of those runs are unearned. So now you got Larry Boa up with a score 5-0, and Boa batting 167 with no homers and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be against the righty, 13, and that's going to be a nice catch out there by George. Nice dive and catch. Takes a deep breath and finally ends the inning. But it's Phillies 5. Marlins coming to the plate. As 8 men came to the plate for the Phillies. See Florida's schedule. They leave town and head out to Arizona, take on the Diamondbacks in a 4-game series. Then they come back home and Colorado comes to town. You got Gordon, Prado, and Ramirez due up. And Gordon's batting 172 with no homers and no RBIs. This is Chris Short's 3rd appearance. He's 1-0 with a 3.21 ERA. And here's the pitch to Gordon. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Short's attacking these batters right away with a 5-run lead. Can't blame him. Now you got Martin Prado up. Prado batting .216. No homers and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Smith. Over the Howard for out number 2. And Ramirez comes to the plate now. And Ramirez is batting .300 with 3 homers and 10 RBIs. As Hunter joins us. Hope you're enjoying Ocean City, old buddy. And here's the pitch to Ramirez. And that's going to be a double in the right field. So a 2-out double. Can the Marlins rally back and try to get right back in the game? Stanton comes to the plate, batting 200 with a homer and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Short strikes him out for the second strikeout of the inning. And that'll end the bottom of the first. Phillies 5, Marlins nothing. Glad to hear it, buddy. Glad to hear it. And now you got Short due up, and we're right back to the top of the order here in the second with Dykstra and Utley after that. Short's 0 for 4. And he gets a hold of this. Everybody gets a hit. You get a hit. He gets a hit. Everybody gets a hit. And that ball is driven over the head of George. He was playing way too shallow in center field. And Chris Short's got himself a leadoff triple, folks. Hit out there into the deepest part of the park. Didn't think he could get it there. And he surprises him. Short now standing down at third with nobody out and already down by 5. They got to bring the infield in. And Lenny Dykstra started this game off with a walk, stole a base, and came around the score. Here's the pitch to Lenny. And that's going to be a infield. That'll be 8, 10, 14, 22, 33, 33. That's going to be a high pop-up down the first base. Kevin waits for it, makes the catch for out number 1. So Short stays put. Now there's 1 out and Chase Utley up. Infield still in. Utley 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. 21. That's going to be a line drive double play. Short gets taken out at third. Not smart base running there. And he gets doubled up. And that ends the inning. So the leadoff triple goes nowhere. Beckett's able to keep this a 5-0 ball game. So we go to the bottom of the second. Sheffield, Millar, and Conine due up. And Sheffield's batting .096. He is 5 for 22 with a homer and 5 RBIs. Struggling mighty, and he continues as Short strikes out Gary for out number 1, his third strikeout of the game. Kevin Millar comes to the plate now, batting .211 with a homer and 6 RBIs. And that is a fly ball out to Hayes. And those quickly 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. And Jeff Conine comes to the plate. Conine, he's off to a great start, batting .364 with a homer and 4 RBIs. And that's a lazy fly ball out the left. The Bull catches it. And there is quickly a 1-2-3. Bottom of the second as Ken Castro joins us. Missed a heartbreaker in the first game, Ken. Phillies was up 3-1 in the bottom of the ninth. I brought Tug McGraw in, and he blew a 3-1 lead. Lost the game 4-3. Tugger did. He struck out 2, gave up a 2-run homer and and he gave up an RBI double, a pitch hit RBI double by Stanton. But your Phillies off to a good start in this game, up 5-0. They're hitting the hell out of Beckett. Even Chris Short had a triple because we don't need no stinking DH. And Michael Jack Smith's up. He had an RBI single and reached second on an error and came around the score back in the first. Oh, that's all right, buddy. Not a problem. You can go back and watch it if you haven't. Yeah, just turn it off when you get to the bottom of the ninth. Yeah. Up until then, you'll like it. That's a ground ball down to Ramirez. He fires over to first, and Mike's out for out number 1. Now Howard is up, and Howard, he got hit by a pitch and came around the score. And that's going to be a base on balls. Beckett doesn't want nothing to do with Howard here today. And here comes the Bull. And the Bull had an RBI single his first time up. He's 1 for 1. And that's going to be against the righty. That'll be a 12. And that 12 is killing him. That's a single in the left field by the Bull. Howard speed, he's going to stop at second. Now there's first and second and one out. And Von Hayes walks up to the plate. And Von Hayes is 0 for 1. He grounded into a fielder's choice his first time up and came around to score. Here's the pitch to Hayes. And that ball is well hit. Let's see where this one goes. That'll be an 8. And that'll be another single. This one in the center field. Let's see if Howard, with his speed, is going to be able to score here. So 56. A 25. Or do we let the bases load it? 25. That'll be a 51. They're going to send Howard. Of course, the Bull will get down the third on the throw. So they're going to send Howard. The throw's coming home. So the Bull will get down the second, get down the third, on the throw. So a 51 or lower, Howard safe. And they throw him out. So now there's 2 outs and first and third. I thought about not sending him, but that's all right. So a fly ball out, a single out to center field. Howard gets thrown out. The Bull gets down the third. And now you got first and third, and Dalton is up. And Dalton hit a big 3-run homer his last time up. Can he do it again here, folks, in a 5-0 ball game? Here's the pitch to Darren. And that one's going to be a 8 against a 12. And that's going to be popped up. He just got under that one in the shallow left field. Conan comes in, makes the catch, and that'll end the inning, folks. So they had first and second, 1 out and come up empty and still lead this game 5-0 as Beckett's pitching around some trouble here. We go to the bottom of the third in a 5-0 game. The bottom part of the order due up. Johnson, Beckett, and then back to Gordon. And Johnson's off to a slow start, batting 179. He's got 1 homer and 5 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss short with his 4th strikeout of the game. Like I say, he's attacking these guys with a 5-run lead. Here comes Beckett up. He's 0 for 2 on the year. And that's going to be against the lefty. That'll be a 15, and that's going to be a fly ball out to right field. Nice play by Hayes. Has to drift back a little bit, take a hit away from Beckett. Now there's 2 down, and Gordon's up. And Gordon was a strikeout victim his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Dykstra. 1, 2, 3 goes the Marlins. To the top of the 4th we go. Phillies with a 5-0 lead. You got Boa short, and then back to Dykstra. Here in the 4th, Larry's 0 for 1 today. And he gets a hold of this. Larry's having a nice series here against these Marlins. And that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is over George's head. And that's going to be a 1-out triple by Larry Boa. And again, the Phillies got a runner down at third and 1 out. Can Mr. Short deliver here? Do they want to put on the squeeze play? That is the question. That is the question. I think they're going to put the squeeze on. Larry's got good speed. Short's at the plate. He's a damn good batter. So they're putting on the squeeze play. Here it is, folks. And that's going to be a 54, a 32 on the squeeze. And that's going to get the job done. That ball is hit down the third. Prado's only plays over to first. Who's covering? And Millard's covering. So they get the job done on the squeeze. Short drives in a run. And it's a 6-1 ball game. Ken Castro will like that. Oh, we got to do a squeeze. That's right. I got to undo this. Forgot. Can't do a sacrifice. In this game, you got to call it a squeeze. Alrighty, let's look this up real quick. I want to squeeze play here. What do you call it? Squeeze down the third. The only squeeze it looks like is down the first. I don't want the ball to go to first. I want the ball to go to third. Let's try this, but like I say, I don't want that. I want to squeeze. Let's see here. Let's see if I can do it this way. Squeeze. Be a 5. Put out 3. See if it'll do it. Nope. Exactly. With the squeeze, it's only giving me one fucking choice, and I don't like that. For a successful squeeze, the only successful squeeze with the batter being out is hit down the first. I don't want that. Well, we'll go with squeeze B. I don't like it though. Don't like it. Do not like it. Because, like I say, that's not what happened. The ball was hit down the third. So we're going to go in here and change this. We'll give him the put out. Go to box score here. Extended box score. So he gets the put out. But Prado is going to get an assist. We'll give him an assist on the play. Okay. All right, that's what we'll do. And now it's a 6-0 ball game. Nobody on, and 1 out with Dykstra at the plate. Lenny's 0 for 1 today. He's walked, came around the score and stole a base, and that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. And Conine's not good out there at all, and that's going to be a fly ball out the right field, and Gary's not good out there, and that's going to be a single, and Dykstra's going to get down the second on the E9. So Dykstra's down at second, 1 out, and already a 6-0 ball game as the Phillies trying to pour it on here. And Utley is 0 for 2. He is flown out and hit that ball hard the last time, but it was right at Gordon, and they doubled up short at third. Here's the pitch to Utley, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes him out for out number 2. And can Michael Jack Smith add to this 6-0 lead? He's 1 for 2 today with an RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball. 34 and a 2 is probably fielding column 3. And it is. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. He throws over to Beckett covering, and that'll be out number 3. But the Phillies score 1, take a 6-0 lead to the bottom of the 4th with the top of the order due up here to 2, 3, 4 hitters. Prado, Ramirez, and Stanton. Martin's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be against the lefty. That's going to be a base hit in the left field. So, Marlins ain't giving up yet. Martin's aboard here with the leadoff single for the big boys coming up. Ramirez, he doubled his first time up. And he gets a hold of this one. Where's this one going to land at, folks? 111. And that ball is high. That ball is far. Kiss it goodbye. And all of a sudden, it's a 6-2 ball game. There's still nobody out here. These Marlins ain't giving up. Now you got nobody on, nobody out, and Stanton up. He struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Short settles down, gets his 5th strikeout of the game. So now it's a 4-run lead with Gary Sheffield at the plate. He struck out his first time up. And that's going to be that's a nice play down there by Larry Boa. Takes a base hit away from Sheffield. And there's quickly 2 outs after the 2-run homer. And Kevin Millard comes to the plate. And Kevin's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Dykstra. That ends the inning, but the 2-run homer by Ramirez makes it a 6-2 ball game. So we go to the top of the 5th. You got the big boys due up, Howard, Lazinski, and Hayes. And Howard, he has walked and been hit by a pitch and came around to score. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Conine for out number 1. And the bull comes up. Lazinski's having a nice game. 2 for 2 with an RBI today. And he keeps it up because that ball is high. That ball is far. Kiss it goodbye. The bull gets one of those runs back. And it's now a 7-2 ball game. That might be it for Beckett. Well, he's still up 3rd. Try to get him through this inning here. I don't think in there. I don't want to do that. We're going to keep him in here. Let's see. Let's see here. So now you got Von Hayes up, 1 out and nobody on. And he's 1 for 2. He singled, reached on a fielder's choice and scored back in the 1st. And that's a ground ball down to Ramirez. That'll be out number 2. And Darren Dalton's going to come to the plate. And Dalton's 1 for 2 with a 3-run homer. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Dalton strikes out. That'll end the inning. But the Lazinski homer makes it a 7-2 ball game as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Got the bottom 3rd of the order due up here. You got Conine, Johnson, and a pitch hitter for Beckett. Conine's 0 for 1. He flew out his first time up. And he gets a hold of this one. These Marlins, man, they can hit. They might not be able to pitch, but they can hit. And that's going to be a double in the right field. So you got a runner in scoring position and nobody out here in the 5th inning. And Charlie Johnson comes to the plate. He struck out his first time against short with a runner down at second and nobody out. And that's going to be a infield. 8, 10, 15, 5, 36. And that's going to be popped up in the foul territory down the left field line. Boa goes out, makes a nice play over the shoulder catch, and that won't end any. That'll be out number 1. And now we'll have a pitch hitter here for Beckett. He only goes 5 innings. So Beckett comes out of the game. Let's see here. They need base runners. They definitely need base runners. So I don't think you're going to bring up a big bat yet. Want to get somebody to get on, I would think.
Echavarria.
Hechavarria.
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 Hechavarria is going to come out of the dugout and see if he can get anything started here. So, where's old Hechavarria? Come on now. What's going on? Bring it up. There it is. There it is. Hechavarria is 0 for 1 on the year. He's got a runner down at second. 1 out. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a ground. Now it might be a pop-up down the third. Yep, that's a pop-up down the third. Smith makes the catch. And the runner's still down there at second. So now there's 2 outs, and the leadoff double hasn't went nowhere. And now you got Gordon up. He's 0 for 2. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Short strikes him out. His 6th strikeout of the game. And no harm, no foul with that leadoff double. Now we need a pitcher here. And who's going to come in the game? You got the bottom part of the order due up. And you got, we're not bringing in the lefty. Done. Not in a 7-2 game. Looper's going to come in the game. Brandon Looper. See if he can eat up some innings here and keep it a 5-run game. This is Looper's 5th appearance. He's 0-1 with a 5.4 ERA. He's got Boa short. And back to the top of the order in Dykstra. Larry's 1 for 2 with a triple in this game. Came around the score back in the 4th. I think that's his 2nd triple in a row. I think he had a triple in game number 1. And that's going to be a ground ball down to his counterpart. And Ramirez, a good fielding shortstop, bobbles this one now. It's going to be an E6. So Larry gets down to first. And with a 5-run lead and Short's already hit a triple in this game, they're going to let him hit away. Short's 1 for 1. He's tripled and driven in a run with a squeeze bunt. Here's the pitch to Short. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Looper strikes him out, and there's 1 down. Now Lenny Dykstra comes to the plate. Dykstra's 1 for 2. He's walked, stole a base, and came around the score. Singled his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. And they'll get the runner out at second for out number 2. So it's up to Chase Utley now with Dykstra down there. And Dykstra got a nice lead. Chase is 0 for 3 today. He struck out his last time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Stanton. And that'll win the inning. The Phillies strand one. We go to the bottom of the sixth in a 7-2 ball game. Got the top of the order due up here for the Marlins. You got the 2-3-4 hitters, Martin, Hanley, and George. And Martin's 1 for 2. He singled and came around the scores last time up. And that's going to be a 9 against lefty, a 3. And that's going to be an infield hit. And Martin's figured out short here today, folks. So that's an infield hit for Martin. And Hanley Ramirez comes up. Ramirez homered his last time up. He's 2 for 2. He's got a double homer, scored, and has 2 RBIs. A 2-run homer, and he's done it again, folks. That ball is high. That ball is far. And you can kiss it goodbye. It is out of here. And Hanley Ramirez is trying to keep these Marlins in this game. It's Phillies 7, Ramirez 4. That's a 3-run game all of a sudden. And you got Stanton up. Still nobody out, just like back in the 4th. Stanton's 0 for 2. He has struck out both times against short. And not this time as Stanton gets a hold of this, and it's going to get the bullpen up. Brandon Ledge is getting up, and that's a driven into right field. He goes the other way. Hayes gets over, cuts it off, holds him to a single. So now you got a runner down at first. Nobody out, and Sheffield's up. He's 0 for 2 today. He has struck out and grounded out. And that ball is high. That ball is far. How far is this one going to go, folks? Kiss this one goodbye. And just like that, it's a 1-run ball game. Back-to-back 2-run. Well, not back-to-back, but 2 homers in the inning. Both 2-run shots. And still nobody out. And that's going to be it for short. Let's see who's going to come out of the bullpen here. You got who's doing a bunch of righties coming up. Brandon Ledge is coming out of the bullpen as Short can't get out of this 6th inning. Doesn't get a single batter out. And it is a 7-6 ball game, so he can't lose it. Short cruising through this game, and all of a sudden he's getting blown up. These Marlins got some bats, folks. And now you got Millar, Conine, and Johnson due up here against Ledge. Can Brandon keep this game a 1-run game? Damn is right. Like I say, they can hit. These Marlins can hit. They can't pitch worth a shit, but they can hit. Kevin is 0 for 2. He's flown out the right and center. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Smith. He fires over to first for out number 1. And that brings up Jeff Conine now. Jeff's 1 for 2 with a double his last time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. And that brings the go-ahead run to the plate. And Mr. Johnson. And Johnson is 0 for 2. He is struck out and popped up. And that's going to be a pop-up down the 3rd. Smith calls for it and makes the catch in shallow left field for out number 2. And that's going to be it for Looper. They got to try to get the lead here. So Looper's coming out of the game. And let's see who's going to come off the bench here. They got some lefties on the bench. And Chris is going to come off the bench. Culligan's going to come off the bench here. The lefty. And Culligan batting .333, no homers and 3 RBIs, 2 down, a runner down at first. And here's the pitch. I forgot to say, Brandon is 0 for 1 with 1 save. and a 1.69 ERA. And this is his 5th appearance. And that's going to be a base on balls. And all of a sudden, he's lost control here. And now he's walked the go-ahead run down at first. And Gordon's up now. First and second. And 2 outs. Can he get out of this mess with nobody else scoring? They've already scored 4 in this inning. And that's going to be against the righty, 23. And that's going to be a ground ball. Nope, that's going to be a line drive down the second. Utley makes the play. That ball was hit hard, but right at Chase. And that'll end the inning. But 2 2-run homers makes it a 7-6 game as we go to the top of the 7th. And the Marlins need another pitcher. And who are they going to bring out? And it's going to be AJ. It's going to come out now. Ramos is coming out of the bullpen. Try to keep this a 1-run game. At one point in time, this was a 6-0 ball game, folks. And now it's a 7-6 game. You got Smith, Howard, and the Bull do up. 3, 4, 5 hitters. This is Ramos' 6th appearance. He's 0-1 with a 2.25 ERA. He also has a save. Here's the pitch to Smith. Smith's 1 for 3. He's scored a run and driven in a run. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Conine makes the catch. And that'll be 1 down. Now Ryan Howard comes to the plate. And Howard's 0 for 1. He's been hit by a pitch and walked. Flew out his last time up. Not this time, though. Howard gets a hold of it. See where this one ends up at. That ball is hit in the right field. Sheffield gets over and makes a nice play. And with Howard's speed, he'll stop at first. And that brings up Lazinski. Now you got an insurance run down at first. And the Bull is 3 for 3. He's got a homer, 2 RBIs in the game. He homered his last time up. Can the Bull do it again? And nope, that's going to be a base on balls. That W is going to bite him in the butt. So he walks the Bull. So now you got first and second for Hayes. See if the Phillies can take advantage of this wildness. And Hayes is 1 for 3. Can he deliver with Howard and the Bull? Not much speed on the pads, that's for sure. Take a hell of a hit to score both of them. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. And that'll be out number 2. So it's going to be up to Darren Dalton to deliver here. Dalton's having a good game. He is 1 for 3 with a 3-run homer. He did strike out his last time up. And we dropped the dice. And we dropped the old dice. And a 35. That's going to be a 36. And that's a wild pitch. So now all of a sudden you got second and third. And that sure helps out the Phillies with these runners. So now a base hit might score 2 with 2 outs in a 7-6 ball game and a 1-0 pitch to Dalton. And that's going to be a base on balls. He walks, the base is loaded. And here is the question. Do we pitch hit here for Larry Boa? He's 1 for 3. And bring on, you got Abreu on the bench with a little bit of pop. Bring Bobby Abreu in the game. Or not. Larry. I'll leave it up to Ken. Do you want to pitch hit for Larry Boa, Ken? Ken's a Philly fan. Bases loaded, 2 outs, and Larry Boa at the plate. Let Ken decide here. If he does want a pitch hit for him, I'll let him see who he's got on the bench. The only lefty on the bench, true lefty on the bench. You got Rollins that could actually come in. You want to, okay, we'll pitch hit for him. Like I say, Rollins, a switch hitter, could come in and pitch hit and stay in the game and play short. I don't know if you can see it. You got Allen on the bench, Burrell, Abreu, Lieberthal, Rollins, Samuel, and Taylor. Like I say, if Jimmy Rollins comes in, he can come in and play short and don't cost you another batter. Okay, go with not Scott Rowland. This is Jimmy Rollins. Scott Rowland ain't in the game. He didn't make the team. It's Jimmy Rollins, not Rowland. Alrighty, sounds good, buddy. That's what I'd have done. So Larry comes out. Jimmy's going to come in the game. Can Jimmy bust this game back open here? He'll be batting from the left side. And he'll stay in and play short. And Jimmy's off to a terrible start this year. Can he end that mess? He's 1 for 14 with no RBIs, batting .071. Here's the pitch to Jimmy. And that ball is hit hard. Nice freaking call. Let's see where this is going to end up at. Against 18. And that is going to be a kiss it goodbye. A grand slam home run. Unfreaking believable. Jimmy Rollins comes off the bench and sends that in the orbit. Kiss it goodbye. A pitch hit grand slam home run by Jimmy Rollins. And now it is an 11-6 ball game. Nice ball by Mr. Castro. That'll be it for Brandon. He'll come out of the game. And just like that, it's 11-6, a 5-run game. Let's see who's going to come off the bench now. And Mr. Tony Taylor will come off the bench and pitch hit now with 2 outs in a 11-6 ball game. Where's Mr. Tony at? There he is. So Taylor comes off the bench. He's 0 for 2 on the year, looking for his first hit. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Ramos settles down after the grand slam and gets the strikeout. But the damage is done. We go to the 7th inning stretch. It's an 11-6 ball game. Got the righties coming up. Old Bedrock's coming out of the bullpen. So old Steve Bedrosian's coming out of the pen. Try to hold this team down. Got to give them credit. They're pesky. So Bedrock's going to come out of the bullpen. Where's old Steve at? And we need to put Jimmy in the game at short. And we're ready to go. A new pitcher and a new shortstop. And this is Bedrosian's 5th appearance. No record with a 1.5 ERA. You got the 2, 3, 4 hitters due up, and they've been doing damage, folks. As I didn't realize that the Marlins batted around in the 6th. 9 guys came to the plate. And Martin's 2 for 3. He has scored twice back in the 4th, and his last time up, 2 singles and came around the score on home runs by Hanley Ramirez. Can Bedrock keep him off the pad? And that's going to be a pop-up down the short, I believe. Yep, down the short. So Jimmy, as soon as he comes in the game, has to make a play. And that's typical. Now there's 1 out. Ramirez is up having a hell of a game. He is 3 for 3, a double, 2 homers and 4 RBIs, folks. He is single-handedly trying to keep the Marlins in this game. Here's the pitch to Ramirez, and that one's hit down the third. Smith's up with it. First down, they got Ramirez out, and that is out number 2. Here comes Stanton up now. He's 1 for 3. He has struck out twice, singled his last time up, and came around the score on the Gary Sheffield 2-run homer. Here's the pitch to Stanton, and that's going to be a swing and a miss, and Bedrock sends them down in order. We go to the top of the 8th, 11-6 Phillies. Got the top of the order due up here for the Phillies, and is Ramos going to pitch? Yeah, they're going to let him finish this inning. When's he due up? They want to at least get 2 innings out of him, unless he starts to get in trouble with the walks again. Dykstra's 1 for 3. He has walked, stolen a base, and scored in this game. And that's going to be a fly ball out to his counterpart, Stanton, in center field for out number 1. Oh, Jimmy Rollins hit the grand slam, 007. A pitch hit grand slam. Came in and pitched hit it for Mr. Boa. Yeah, Chase Utley 0 for 4. Can Chase finally get a hit here? Nope. That's going to be a swing and a miss. Ramos strikes him out for out number 2. And now it's up to Michael Jack Smith to keep this 8th inning alive. He's 1 for 4 with an RBI in the game. And that's going to be another fly ball out to Stanton. And the Phillies go down in order. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 11-6 Phillies. And you got Sheffield due up, followed by Menard and Conine. And the question is, will he pitch hit for any of these? Sheffield is 1 for 3 with a 2-run homer his last time up, and that's going to be a ground ball out in front of the plate, a 34 and an 8. And that'll be fielding column 1. Nice play by Dalton. Picks up that Baltimore chop, throws down the first, and there's 1 down. And Kevin comes to the plate. Kevin's 0 for 3. He's flown out twice and grounded out. Do we want to do a pitch hitter here for him? That is the question. And Justin's going to come off the bench here for Kevin. So Boer's coming out of the dugout. That'll be it for Kevin for the day. Boer come in, pitch hit, and stay in the game at first. And Boer is batting .033. He is 1 for 30. His only hit is a homer and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Utley at second. Over to Howard, and now there's 2 down. And Jeff Conine comes to the plate. And will they pitch it for Conine? Conine's going to stay in the game and hit for himself. He's 1 for 2. He has doubled and walked, flown out. And that's going to be a pop up down the second. Utley's got it. Makes the catch near the mound. And that's a 1-2-3-8. We go to the top of the 9th. 11-6 Phillies. And Antonio will come in the game. Alfonso will come in. Do we do a double switch? I think we might do a double switch. We are. Ozuna is going to come in, and Conine's going to come out. We'll do a double switch here. Do the double switch. The double. The double switch. So let's see here. Do the double switch here. So we'll have Francisco come in. He'll bat in the 7th spot for Conine. And Ozuna will come in and bat in the 9th spot. And Justin will play first. And that's good. So we got a new first baseman, a new left fielder, and a new pitcher. And Francisco, his 7th appearance, he's 0-1 with a 7.71 ERA. As Aaron Reed joins us here. And you got Howard due up, followed by Lazinski and Hayes. And you see the Florida Marlins upcoming schedule. They leave town, go to Arizona for 4 games, and then come back to town to take on the Rockies. And then Ryan Howard's 1 for 2. He's walked and came around the score twice, singled his last time up. Came around the score on that grand slam by Jimmy Rollins. And that's going to be a rare play, a 61 and a 36. And that's going to be a strike on him as he watches that one go by. Here's the 0-1 pitch to the bull, Howard rather. That's going to be against the righty. That's going to be a base hit in the right field. So Howard starts off the inning with a leadoff single. Excuse me. And the Bulls up now. Lazinski, he is having one hell of a game. He is 3 for 3 with a walk, a homer, and 2 RBIs. He walked his last time up, and not this time. That ball is hit into the gap in right field. Nobody out. Howard's going to stay put at third. So you got second and third, nobody out. Going to force the defense in a 5-run ball game. And Von Hayes is up, and now Francisco can't get a soul out. Von Hayes is 1 for 4 today. He scored once back in the first inning. And that's going to be a base on balls. The bases are loaded, nobody out. And Darren Dalton comes to the plate. And Dalton's 1 for 3. He's walked and hit a 3-run homer back in the first. Here's the pitch to Dalton. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Dalton out for out number 1. And can Jimmy go back-to-back grand slams here? A pitch hit grand slam his last time up back in the 7th. Can he do it again? Nope. That's going to be a infield 8, 10, 14, 22, 31, 35. And that's going to be a pop-up in the foul territory. Gordon goes out, makes the catch, and that is now 2 down. So Rollins couldn't do it again. Oh, cool, Ken. That is awesome. So now you got Bedrock up. We'll have a pitch hitter here for Bedrock. Let's see who's going to come off the bench here. And Bobby Abreu's coming off the bench. Can Bobby add some more runs to this 11-6 ball game? Remember what happened in the last game in the bottom of the 9th. That's why the Phillies are going for blood here. So Bobby Abreu's coming off the bench. See if he can add to this 11-6 game. And Abreu is batting .235, no homers and 4 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Bobby. And that's going to be a 40 in the infield. It's going to be a rare play with bases loaded. And a 26 and a 40. So we got a 26 and a 40. And that's going to be hit out to right field. And Gary Sheffield's out there, and he's a terrible right fielder. And a 44. And a 26, make sure, right? A 26. And a 40 was a 9, yep. And a 44. And a 1 should be fielding column 3, and it is. And that's going to be a double to right. All 3 runners score. F batter goes to third on a triple. Right fielder. And he is. That's going to be a RBI triple as Gary Sheffield lets this one go over his head. And that's going to be a 14. What the heck? 14 the 6th game, folks. As Mr. Abreu comes off the bench, we've had a pitch hit grand slam and now a pitch hit 3 RBI triple. Freaking crazy. The bench is coming through for you. And now it's a 14 to 6 game. Lenny Dykstra's at the plate. 2 outs, a runner down at third. Dykstra's 1 for 4. And here's the pitch to Lenny. And that ball is well hit. Phillies are pouring it on, folks. They remember the last game. They're not trying to have a comeback now, and that's going to be a double in the left field. Goes the other way, drives in another run, and it's 15 to 6. Chase Utley comes up now with a runner down at second, and 2 outs. And Utley might be the one Philly without a hit. Let's take a look here. He is 0 for 5. See if he's the only Philly without a hit. Yes, he is. He is the only Philly without a hit, and both pitch hitters have hit. Only one pitch hitter hasn't. So Mr. Utley is due. Everybody else has at least one hit, including Short. Short had a triple, remember? So here's the pitch to Utley. Can he get off the snide here? 0 for 5. Nope. That's going to be a pop up. In the foul territory, Ramirez makes the catch, and Utley goes 0 for 6, the only Philly without a hit in this game. We go to the bottom of the 9th, and a 15 to 6 9-run lead. Let's see who's going to come out of the bullpen here. And it's going to be old Jack is coming out. Definitely not using Tug in this. So Jack's going to come out of the bullpen. Abreu's going to stay in the game. Lazinski's going to come out. So Jack will go there. We'll bring in a little defense just in case. Just in case. Don't want this game getting away. So we'll do a double switch here. Let's see. So we'll do the old double switch. Abreu will come in the game. So Jack's coming in the game. Maybe we don't do a double switch. No, we just bring in. We're not going to do a double switch. So we'll just. Abreu will come in and bat in Lazinski's spot. And Jack will bat in the 9 spot. We're not going to do a double switch. We'll just do it that way. Just do it that way. So Jack will come in. Where is he at? He'll bat. We got to do a double switch. What am I thinking? Abreu's already in the game. So you got to do a double switch. Brayu's already in the game, Dwayne. Stop it. You're overthinking this shit. Overthinking this shit. So Bray will go into right field. And Von Hayes will move over to left. And we're ready. So we got a new right fielder in Abreu. Von Hayes moves over to left, and Jack Bolshin comes in, and it's his fourth appearance with a 4.5 ERA. And he's got Johnson, Azuña, and Gordon due up. And Johnson's 0 for 3. He has popped up to short twice and struck out. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Lenny's got it. And that'll be out number 1 here in the 9th. And Azuña come in for a double switch. He's batting .314 on the year with 2 homers and 10 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Jack over to Howard for out number 2. And the Marlins are down to the last out. Gordon's 0 for 4. He is struck out, flown out, and he is lined out hard to Utley his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Smith. He fires over to Howard. The side's retired in order, and that's your ball game. The Phillies win big, 15-6. This one's